Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Another day, another stream. That's kind of where I'm at today. Oh, I don't even have my lights on. Oh. It's funny as I even charged up my light here. I even charged it up. And here I am forgetting about it. There we go. Leave it to me. Leave it to me to forget about, the lights. It's like every stream I forget to turn the lights on. I swear. I mean, at this point, it has to be every stream, right? Like, that's just me. I would say I would say sorry for being like kind of out of it again, but it's become such a regular thing by this point that I'm tired going into the stream that it's just normal. You know, that's just where I'm at, to be perfectly honest. Like seriously, how many times have I started a stream lately and it's like, you know what? I'm not feeling 100%. So, you know what? I think now that I'm thinking about it, this is just par for the course at this point. It is what it is. Right? At this point, I'm always out of it. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always tired. That's about it. Yeah. But anyways, how is everyone doing tonight on this fair evening? Or at least evening for me. It's like, oh Jesus. Just after 7:30 for me. I'm gonna take my watch off just because I don't even want to wear this thing. It's one more thing on the wrist that's just gonna bug me. Oddly enough, it's when I'm like not doing anything. I don't know if you guys have this whole thing, but like for me, like when I get like sensory overload, it just completely like, it's like hearing and feet touch is just through the roof. Those two senses, whenever my senses like overload, like I feel everything and I hear everything. And you know what? It's not fun. Whenever I'm alone kind of by myself, well, I shouldn't, alone is by yourself. Whenever I'm by myself and like just relaxing for the evening or not really doing anything, the second I even think that I'm wearing a watch or I have a wristband on or something like that, my brain can't ignore that fact. You know the whole thing, like you can ignore, like you always see your nose, but your brain ignores it. Think of that feeling for like wearing a watch, and it sucks because that's like, oh wait, you're wearing a watch, and all I feel is the watch on my wrist, and I have to take it off because now it's like, you know what? I don't want to have my brain just always be like, hey, your watch is on, by the way. I'm just gonna make this a little bit of a warmer tone. Same thing with this one. Just some warmer tones in the room. There we go. That actually feels a lot nicer. But yeah, I mean, since Sunday, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine came out on streaming. I mean, I watched it last night again for the second time total. The one time in theaters, and then the one time on streaming. And you know what? I think I'm going to stand by my old review. It is phenomenal. I don't know if I like it better than the first one. I don't think I like it, but I don't think I like it better than the first one. But it did lose some joy on the rewatch. It wasn't as, I mean, no movie is ever going to be as enjoyable as the first viewing, especially when it's a great movie, because the first time you're viewing it, it's like, oh my God, this amazing thing, right? On this one, there was a drop off of enjoyment from the first viewing to this next viewing. Noticeable drop off. It was not as good, in my personal opinion. It is a great movie, but I feel like I nailed it, at least for my own opinion, on my review of it, where it's not going to be as enjoyable on a rewatch than the first two Deadpool movies. The first two Deadpool movies are something incredible. How's it going, Nick? The biggest thing that I would say with Deadpool and Wolverine, now that it's out on streaming, is that it's not as enjoyable as I thought it would be. And I thought it was going to lose some joy on the replayability. And that being said, it's still a phenomenal movie. But for what I remember, how great I remember it being on that initial viewing, because of knowing all the reveals and knowing all of, you know, the twists and turns that the movie throws at you, it just wasn't as fun. Still great, just wasn't as fun. That's what sucked. I keep talking like it was a horrible, horrible experience rewatching Deadpool and Wolverine. I loved every second of it. I laughed the entire intro with Bye Bye Bye. I loved the Like a Prayer sequence. My folks and I had to rewind and rewatch the entire Deadpool core fight. Like, it was fantastic. I still don't think it was as fun as the first viewing, and it never will be. But there was a noticeable drop off in quality, in my personal opinion. That's just me. What'd you think, Nick? Have you rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine now that it's out on streaming? You give that a chance? Or have you not gotten around to it yet? Water. Before anybody asks, no, I have not seen Penguin yet. Or Agatha all along. I'm behind. Your boy is behind. Now, Beetlejuice, I am pleasantly caught up on. That movie, Beetlejuice is so good. Such a good movie. Wait, is that new Transformers movie out already? I gotta look this up. Transformers 1. 89% in Rotten Tomatoes. 7.8 on IMDb, 98% on Fandango, 84% of Google users liked the movie. Oh, it was released on the 20th. Oh, it's been out for a while. What about Venom? Venom come out tomorrow? Technically. October 25th, 2024. Oh, I thought it was coming out I thought it was coming out this week. Is that not coming out till the 25th? Venom: The Last Dance, release date October 25th, 2024. I thought that was coming out this week for whatever reason. But yeah, I would say Deadpool Wolverine, it was fun rewatching Deadpool and Wolverine. I enjoyed it. Don't get it twisted. My review of it back when I first saw it on opening day, because of it being so many reveals, making it like a big legacy movie for non-MCU Marvel movies. I felt like I had a theory back then, and after last night kind of reconfirmed it for me. And that was because it had so many reveals and so many surprises. I felt like the movie was going to be less rewatchable than the first two movies. The first two movies were made to be great movies, to be the best Deadpool movies. And this one, I feel like it went a bit more for spectacle in a good way. I would say that I enjoyed the first viewing of Deadpool and Wolverine more than Deadpool's 1 and 2, on the first viewing. But on rewatches, my theory was because on a rewatch you'll know all the surprises, that Deadpool and Wolverine would not be as enjoyable when you already know, like, that Blade's in it, and that Elektra's in it, and that Channing Tatum plays Gambit, and that Chris Evans shows up at his Human Torch, that Pyro comes back. You know exactly all the musical sequences. Because you know everything that's going to happen. I felt like there was a step away in the fact that it was more Deadpool and Wolverine rather than Deadpool 3. Movie still 8 out of 10, phenomenal. I much rather prefer the first two if I'm going to rewatch them. At least the first one. Hulkbuster versus Martian Manhunter, bro. Do not insult Martian Manhunter with that. I'm getting something here. What I do if Tony Stark let me use Hulkbuster? Hard to say, considering it's all fictional. Let's see here.
So one question I'm always asked.
And this is something that you can do to substitute any superheroes. Hey, Frost! Whenever you guys are wondering who would win in a fight, I want you guys to just come back to this video of Stan Lee. You guys ready for this? Let me know if you guys can't hear it.
Who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight if Galactus fought the Hulk? Or if Thor fought Iron Man? And there's one answer to all of that. It's so simple. Anyone should know this. The person who'd win in a fight is the person that the scriptwriter wants to win. If I'm writing a story about the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and he gets into a big fight with Spider-Man, and millions of people out there say, who would win? Well, it depends on who I want to win if I'm writing the script. If I want Spider-Man to win, he'll win. If I want the Thing to win, he'll win. These are fictitious characters. The writer can do whatever he wants with them. So stop asking those bonehead questions, because I've had it with that.
I don't mean it as angry at the end. I'm not as angry as Stan is there. Stan has been asked those questions for literal decades. And it's the characters that he's created. You know? But the sentiment is still there. Whoever the writer wants to win will win. So it's whoever you want. That's the whole reason Squirrel Girl exists, is for that concept. She beats Thanos with a full infinity. While Thanos has a full Infinity Gauntlet, she will win. Why is my chat moving so slow? What is it you say there, Nick? For some reason, that's not popping up. I saw you just typed something. After Hulkbuster is only built for emergencies. I couldn't read it. Can you just send that again? Is that this? That music's in World of Warcraft. That was really loud. Okay. Is there a video of who would win talk about with Adam West? Is there a video like that I showed you with Stan Lee? That's just with Adam West? I don't know. You'd have to look it up. I'm sure Adam West would be whoever's paid more. All right, this music's actually... What even is this music? All right, I think it's over now. Now, I don't mean to be as angry as Stan. I'm actually not angry at all about it. That being said, when it comes to any matchups, as fun as they can be, the real answer is whoever the author of the story wants to win. Said by Stan the man himself. Also, everybody. Also, there is. I just saw today there was an announcement. I'm going to read this off my phone. I saw this off my phone. I'm going to read it off this. And okay, so we're just going a little bit more north. I'm going to pull this up on my phone here. It's a new DCU movie announced by James Gunn. That's Creature Commandos. That's been announced for a while. Yeah, so DC Studios announces animated movie The Dynamic Duo. Lots of talks of doing it with Matt Reeves, who's doing the Robert Pattinson Batman movies. The Robin's origin story dynamic duo in the works with DC Studios. To be made with animation, puppetry, and computer animation. So, wait, so it's animated with puppets and CGI. It is the sixth and Idaho movie scripted by Matthew Aldrich is being made by a new animation studio out of New Orleans named Swaybox, and that studio's husband and wife creators Arthur Mintz and Teresa Anderson. Mintz will direct this movie, which follows the early days of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, aka the Robins. This note, the storyline here is not connected to Matt Reeves' Batman and the Penguin. Swaybox uses the technology known as Momo animation, M-O-M-O, which is a cross between CGI animation, practical elements of stop motion, and live-action real-time performance. The result is long-form storytelling billed as visually breathtaking, dynamically expressive, and more human. DC Studios' James Gunn and Peter Safran, Swaybox Studios' Anderson, and Sixth and Idaho's Reeves are producers on Dynamic Duo. Executive producers include Michael Uslan, USLAN. I've wanted to make a film with Arthur and Swaybox for many years, and for that film to be Dynamic Duo, an incredibly special and unique Batman and Robin story for families is a dream, end quote, said Matt Reeves. Mintz, a co-founder and co-CEO of Swaybox, is a graduate of Columbia University and was hired by animation legend Joe Ranft. He storyboarded James and the Giant Peach. He was one of the long writers of Lost Ollie from Moonbot Studios. So it's mostly going to be a combination of computer animation, puppetry, CGI, and it's going to be about Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. Considering Damian Wayne is the current Robin for Batman, this will likely be a prequel project to help expand on the world that isn't going to probably have like the biggest like scale or scope of villains and stuff like that. So it's going to be probably like an add-on story. So we will see. But Dynamic Duo, a confirmed DC Studios animated movie featuring Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. Combination of animation and puppets. Don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it would be better if it was live action, but that's just me. I've been begging for live action Dick Grayson since 1990 ever. In your opinion, Age of Ultron, if Red Hulk was destroying the city in Iron Man, your opinion is that you prefer that Red Hulk was fighting? Because basically just said, in your opinion, and then just said, if Red Hulk was destroying the city and Iron Man used Hulkbuster to fight him, but there's nothing else to it. So are you trying to say that you wish it was Red Hulk fighting? I mean, then you're going into the whole like Thaddeus Ross is involved, which at that point in the movie, in the stories, he's not really involved. And you're just changing Hulk's color to red. Not that hard to do. Just replace all the greens in the frame with reds, and you rewatch it, and boom, Hulk's red. If it's just the cosmetics that you're looking for. Is not that hard. You do it with DaVinci Resolve. It's completely free. That's how I use but it used that in my videos.
What brings you here?
What brings you?
Watch over you.
Ancestors watch over you.
Go in peace.
Go in peace. Wait. Go in peace. Her eye as if it was still alive. Do you think that she could still see into your soul? Kensel, you now count yourself as one of the elite safari hunters. And you are another step closer to stalking the ultimate prey of this land, Tusker. You earned yourself the right to have this. May it serve you well. Yeah, give me the
Goodbye.
Give me the robe. That's my dude. You thought that green and purple, you'd think I'm the Joker.
What's on your mind?
That's why I like having shadow
Keep your
form.
feet on the ground.
It hides like all of the weird color clashes. Another thing is like there's technically this thing called transmogrification in World of Warcraft where you can take the stats of the items that you want, but you can replace them with the looks of what you do. So like if I wanted to rather look like this, I could. I would just make this item look like this one. And then I would have the stats, which are better, of this robe. That's what I want. But it would look like this tunic. Because this just looks goofy. Goofy.
What is it?
I have shit to sell. Thank you.
Beware, our enemies abound.
Ah! Hulkbuster Etrigan, who wins? Whoever you want.
To win. The person who'd win in a fight is the person that the scriptwriter wants to win.
Who would you rather see win? And there's your answer. You think Etrigan will win? All right. What? Not that you're wrong, because you're not. Because there is no wrong answer. What makes you say Etrigan? Oh, that's me. At a shadowy apparition. Sup, bitch? Because of his powers? Fair enough. Especially if Etrigan is rhyming. Alright. Living fire. Oh, Frost, I have a question. Has your brother ever shut up about Gambit being in the newest Deadpool and Wolverine movie? Because I know that he is, like, he's probably the biggest Gambit fan that I know of. Do I think the Hulkbuster was only built for emergencies? Specifically Hulk-related emergencies, but yes. I've got a feeling that thing just takes a lot of power and will just drain an arc reactor, so it needs, like, every single part of its suit. Each arm, each leg, the chest piece needs a massive one, the head. Every part of that suit needs its own arc reactor. And so it takes so much power that it should only be used for emergencies. Die. Dunka. We're almost level 67. Which technically means we're almost level 70. And we just want to destroy that hut way over there. Seriously, are you taking my living fire away from me? There we go. And we're just going to fly for a little while. And since I don't have a nums lock button, because this keyboard's like only 3/4 size, we gotta actually hold the button down. Oh wait, give me a second. Options, key bindings, movement keys, toggle auto run. Let's make that say shift plus, or just that, yeah. So that I could do, aha, there we go. All right. Sorry about that. I'm a genius. Not just Hulk emergencies, but for example, what if Red Hulk was destroying and the Abomination was destroying the city? Abomination and Red Hulk are just derivatives of Hulk. So those would also be Hulk emergencies. Hulk/Hulk adjacent. Hello, Tusker. You're about to die. Bye-bye. I think they could have spent some more time on this model. What do you guys think? I feel like I don't feel like that model looks very good. Like, that model looks half decent. This one, not as much. And then I'm trying to get to Minion of Grok. Slay 30 minions. Hurls Grok boulders to shattered rumbles. Breaking their outer shell to reveal their true identity to the usurper. Interesting. So it's really like defeat 15 of this thing, 15 of these things. If I'm getting 2, if I need to kill 30 of these small things, and I get 2 from each one of these big things. Okay, so it's like killing 15 things, because these things are easy to kill. I'm not even getting loot from these. Oh, I got 3 from you. I want fell iron. This shit sells like crazy. Stack of fell iron, couple hundred gold easy. And I have 8 fell iron ore on me right now. I'm at 16 right now. Gotta get some water because I need mana. And I'm thirsty.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Boop. Dead. Now we only need 9 of these things. It's at minimum 3, which is probably gonna end up being about 4 or 5. Let's be honest. You know what's been showing up on my For You page so much the last couple of days? And I'm here for it because this show is absolutely hilarious. Clips from Two Broke Girls. That show is so fucking hilarious. It's, I forget the other girl's name. I know it's Kat Dennings. And it is absolutely hilarious. For some reason, it's popped up in my For You page all the time. Just random clips from the show. And oh my god, it's funny. I always forget how funny that show is. Like, I'm trying to remember. Oh, which one was I recently watching? There was one where she, like, Max is, this is Kat Dennings' character. She was trying to, like, no, her then boyfriend was like trying to, her character's boyfriend was like trying to break up with her. And she's like, well, the last boyfriend who broke up with me, I ended up, like, burning his house down and knocking him out. So, do you want to continue down this road? Freaking hilarious. There's another clip where it's like, I can't be like this. I went to Yale. And the other girl's like, oh yeah, well, I was an honor student in high school. And Max, who's Kat Dennings' character, well, I went to juvie and we're all here, so we know that none of that fucking matters. Comedy gold. Anybody here used to watch Two Broke Girls? This is like, oh, when was this show running? It ran for 6 seasons. 6 seasons in a movie. Its final episode was April 17th, 2017. So was that 2011? Yeah, 2011 to 2017. Of course, this is what launched Kat Dennings. Then Beth Bears, who played Carolyn. Oh, that's right. Jennifer Coolidge was into this. Eric Andre was in 8 episodes. 138 episodes. Wow. It's a lot of episodes. And is that... Oh, it's fellweed. Yeah, we're getting fellweed. There it is. Yeah, with that mode of life. What I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna change that key binding to that, so that I can do it with one hand easily. Just boom, that. Then I don't accidentally press it, you know.
No. Keep your feet on the ground.
An extra 6 intellect, but I lose 4 stamina, or 4 spirit, 11 stamina, but I gain 12 critical strike rating. I mean, sure, I get a lot of damage per second on my wand. Sure.
Safe.
Complete all the Hemet Nessing Way quests in Nagrand and up to including Ultimate Bloodsport. Didn't realize that'd be an achievement. Take it. Everything else is up here. And I'd be shocked if this... how many quests are up here? 3? This might level me up. Might. That's pretty much how my day is going. Grok the Usurper. Why are all your quests on, like, the outskirts of this area? Like, seriously, you can't have a quest, like, right here. Or here. They're, like, out here, down here, or over here. Oh, my God.
Live another day. Locked.
Not enough to level up. Yeah, like, you can't even have them close to each other or anything, you know? Nope. We just want you to fly. I mean, I'm almost level 67. I might just run up to Netherstorm. Or run over to Shadow Moon Valley. That'd be actually a better place than Netherstorm, because Shadow Moon is Shatrath is right here, which is the big city in Outland. This is where a lot of stuff is. So I'm gonna just like run over the Terracar Forest and into Shadow Moon Valley. And finish by leveling up to 70. And if I'm correct, for 70 to 85, yeah, I'll be in up here till 80. And then there's the Maelstrom with Deep Home. Which give me to 83. It's a rich adamantite. But that's just standard adamantite. This is what I can get. This is what I want. What's funny is that mining this stuff is orange, which means that it's just on the cusp where I can do it, and it's actually really, really beneficial for me to do it. But smelting it gives me nothing. That's what the gray means. Die, you little imp. There, get your mind blasted. Yeah, I mean, blast the target for 1,727 to 1,781 shadow damage. Pretty standard spell. Boom, damage. So, I need Grok's Earthen Head. Where's Grok? Where is this bastard? Where is your leader? Where be leader? Guess he's down this way. You want to take this fell wheat? I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. Curious, what dungeons do I have at this point? Underbog, Slave Pens, Mana Tombs. God, I haven't done these in forever. I don't even remember them. I don't remember any of the mechanics, nothing. If I go into them, I'm going to them blind. I'll just be like, hey guys, haven't done this in forever. Just bear with me as I'm relearning these. That's if I went into them as a healer. God, there's so many of these stupid guys. Ow. That's rude. Where the fuck is your leader? I don't know what any of you think. That's the peak male body right there.
That's still recharging.
You're not who I'm looking for. I'm like right where their leader's supposed to be. Or at least according to the map. I'm right on top of it.
Isn't ready yet.
Where are you? I'm sorry. Let's breathe. The earthen brand to summon forth. Oh, I have to summon him? But I need 7 skulls. Oh. Okay. So I'm doing the right thing. I don't need to be down here.
I need to get closer. That's still recharging.
Did I just one-shot that dude? Mind Blast hits Warmal Warlock for 4,528 shatter damage. Critical hit. Alright, let's find another level 66 Warlock. 67 Warlock. 5,000 health. Yeah, that was likely like all it needed. Just a massive crit. And it's just a one-shot. Oh, there's adamantite. Ding, level 67. What do I get? Do I get a talent point? Ah, I get a talent point. That's my 30th talent point, so that means that I can get... No, I need... Okay, so I need one more thing, then I could get dispersion. Okay. Which... disperse into pure shadow energy, reducing all damage taken by 90%. Unable to attack or cast spells, but I regenerate 6% mana every second for 6 seconds. So I get 36% of my mana back and reduce all damage taken by 90%. I can cast it while being stunned, feared, or silenced. Clears all snare and movement impairing effects when it's casted, and makes me immune to them while I'm dispersed. So for 6 seconds, I would just be gaining life back, essentially. Or getting back my mana, not taking any more hits. Next talent points at level 69. Nice. And... I mean... yeah, would just be a pretty straightforward, just quickly get dispersion. Should be good to go. And at this point, the pace I'm leveling up, it'd be 2 hours on this session rate before I reach level 68. I see the total time played 3 days, 3 hours, 31 minutes, and 59 seconds. This character already has over 72 hours logged into him. So I just need 2 more of these skulls. And I'll be good. 1 more.
I can't cast that yet.
There we go. The earthen brand.
I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready
What the hell is this thing?
I can't cast that yet.
Northwest, we find where ogres worship Grok. With ogres
That spell isn't ready yet.
from the earthen brand, only then with Grok come.
I can't cast that yet.
What do I feel like I'm going the wrong way? I feel like it's still back up there, where I just was. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab something to drink. I'll be back in just a minute. Oh, this is going to be 10 times better if every time the big guy hit you, it made a bonk sound. Yes, 100% it would be. I mean, there's some time. Actually, there was a bonk sound a couple weeks ago. There were bonk sounds. Every now and then you get them. Every now and again. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink. I'm not even going to put the be right back sign up. I'll be back so fast. I dead? Aha, no, I'm not. 100% though. Say, Frost, I have a question here. How long did it take before your brother shut up about the Gambit appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine? Because I've got a feeling, because he's a big ass. He's probably the person I know who's the biggest fan of Gambit, and I feel like he would never shut up about that.
That spell isn't ready yet.
You know, just a thought about that. Because I was just wondering though, like, now that I like rewatched it, and you know, oh yeah, that's right, Gambit's in this. It's like I feel like he would have like been kind of annoying with his excitement.
I can't cast that yet.
I just trimmed my nails, so opening a can is difficult. So, little nail clipper, slide off the, hold it upside down, slide off the top, and you can use it. Never said anything about it. He mostly just sent sent me shitty memes. You were more hyped about the blade appearance? Yes. There's only ever been one blade. There's only ever gonna be one blade. Yeah. That kind of boils it, you know, breaks it down pretty well. There's only ever been one blade. Only ever gonna be one blade. Mostly just shitty memes. Whoa, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Just make sure people remember what happened here today. They just sent me the same dude's face about 15% today. That's all I get from my brother. Alright, so 15 times today. Make sure people remember what happened here today. 15 times, not percent. I get it. Whoa, I'm about to make a name of myself here. Oh, this is where I need to go. Oh. This is where we didn't need to go down. We needed to go up. Where are you, bitch? Dot you up. And then flay and mind blast you down. Getting bonked for no reason. Shit. I just fucking died. Bro, he thick. Mine. Just move on. They'll forget about that. Okay. Moving on. They'll forget. All right, next quest. Watoson's polluted essence slain. Just one. Then I need to kill 8 lake surgers down in this pool of water. But seriously though, why the fuck was he caked up? Oh, I didn't even have my buffs on. Shit. Well, Lake Surgery, I mean, that makes sense why he would just fly at you. See how fast that thing flew at me? Ah, Watterson's polluted essence. Got it. They kill 7 more of these stupid lake surger things.
That spell isn't ready yet. Cast that.
Adamantite? Where? There it is.
That spell isn't ready yet.
And all right.
That's still recharging.
Honestly, level 67. Should I just turn it after I'm done turning in these quests? Should I just run over to Shadow Moon? I think I will. Because then I'll be battling enemies that are just a little bit higher level than me. And get comfortable out in Shadow Moon. Because basically what happened was I moved out into Hellfire as soon as I could. Which is, you want to be out here in like around level 58 or so. Into the area on my map. This is where like where Thralimar was, that like big like deserty looking area. And then we were in Zangar Marsh, which I don't think I streamed much of when I was in No, I streamed a bit when we were in Zangar Marsh. This is just that big marshy bog that we were kind of running through. And then now we're in Nagrand, which is just south. That's where we are right now. Terrakar Forest, we'll be going to stop at Shatrath City. This is where I spend a lot of time. This is where my character logs out to. And then we'll kind of turn in a couple quests on our way over. We'll kind of go down, hit Impotent Leader, come up to Shatrath, turn that in. I'm not going to take any new quests because Terrakar Forest, this area, here, I'll blow it up a little more. Terrakar Forest, this is where Shatrath is, where we'll fly through to get to Shadow Moon. It's, as you can see at the top, level 62 to 65. A little low for us. And then we hop over into Shadow Moon. So. Besides Poseidon, what level are you getting to?
I can't cast that yet.
Shit, I just one-shotted this guy. 4,731 health. A Mind Blast crit hit for 3,678. I don't know how that one-shotted then. Oh, improved Devouring Plague hits Lake Surger for 1,053 shadow damage, also crit. Okay, so I technically didn't one-shot, I two-shotted. So we're going to turn in the quests way up here. This honestly should be the end of our time out here in Nagrand. Nagrand? I don't know. The only thing is I feel like... Well, my mining's at 349. My first aid's at 376. My herbalism is at a 401. I feel like I still... I feel like my professions are starting to get behind. Because my mining, it's like... Wait, Fellweed's gone gray. Fellweed doesn't do anything for me anymore. Oh well. We'll get another stack of it, then we'll stop. Or maybe just stop there at 15. So fellweed is bad. So herbalism's ready to go on to the next area. Mining, not as much. But the thing is like, I could smelt adamantite for nothing. But mining it is still so valuable. Why the fuck do they not, like, sync up the smelting and the actual mining aspect together? I do not understand. So basically, here's the thing. So let me see if I can find fel iron or an adamantite node here. These are typically around the mountain areas. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. In the meantime, there are two aspects to the mining profession, which is what I am. I'm a miner, not a minor, miner, where I am actually like mining minerals. And with that, you have two aspects to it. There's the actual physical breaking out the mining pick and, you know, chipping away and getting the ore. And the second part is taking the ore and smelting it here whenever you find a forge. That's the two-step process to mining in World of Warcraft. Except, for whatever reason, and you can actually earn mining skill points. That's what your points are right up here. I'm at 349 of 375 at the moment. You can gain points by smelting and by the actual mining aspect. This is Dreaming Glory. This is an herb. We'll pick it up, though. There it is. There's some fel iron. So fel iron is green, right? Fel iron, see how it says mining in green in the bottom right? Now it says Enraged Crusher because it walked in front of me, but it says on the bottom right, it says fel iron deposit and mining is colored in green. Since mining is colored in green, that means that I can do it, but it's going to be pretty weak. The colors are red. If it's in red, like that red, you can't do shit. You're not strong enough to do it. Red means stop, you know? Then there's orange. If it's orange, you can do it. Like how that says... Wait. Damn it. Like right there, it says requires mining in the bottom right. See how that's like in an orangey color? That's actually what you're looking for. Then there's yellow, which is one step back from orange. That means just, you know, neutral, like it's right, you're right where you need to be. Then green is, it's a little weak, but it's still going to help you out sometimes a little bit. And then there's gray, and gray means you ain't getting shit from it. Notice here how you have red, orange, and then you have green, and then you have gray. This is for cooking. And then for first aid, you have yellow on the frostweave bandage and everything else is gray. That means that if I were to make a frostweave bandage, it would be the frostweave bandage is the only thing that can actually like level up my first aid. For cooking, I really want to be making crab cakes, dry pork ribs, or smoked sagefish. I can cook boiled clams, coyote steak, fillet of frenzy, or venison jerky because they're green. I'd prefer not to because they're weaker. And then everything down here won't do anything for me. So what's dumb is that the fel iron that we mined earlier, that was green. But if I were to smelt that fel iron ore, it's gray. And that doesn't earn me any points. Adamantite is orange for me right now. If I found adamantite ore, it would be orange. And it'd be amongst the strongest minerals that I could actually still mine. But I get nothing from smelting it at the same mining level. That is so stupid. I've only gained a couple of points in mining because of smelting. Because by the time that I bring all that ore back to a by the time I bring all of that ore back to a forge, it means nothing to me. 36, 20, and 12. Jesus, yeah, we're getting that. Give me a necklace. More necklace. Thank you. And there was another quest back here, right? Where was that other quest? There's another quest over here. Alright, well, guess we're going down to the impotent leader. It looks like we're actually done with Nagrand anyway. For the most part. Hum dum dum dum. Ah, my monthly recap is here from YouTube. Here's what I got up to in September. 4 videos, 43 shorts, 13 live streams, and 3 community posts. This one short got more views than usual. All right. Some pretty standard stuff. And going right on the edge of Nagrand and Terrakar. Quest is turning down here. I'm not picking up any new quests down here.
What do you need? Go forth to victory.
Like I said, I'm not picking up any new quests because I don't need to. And just to make this go by a little bit faster, I'm just going to hearth to Shatrath. This is my Hearthstone. I can set that to any inn, and it will teleport me to that inn, and it recharges every 15 minutes. So now I'm way up here. I was down here, now I'm here. So, first things first, actually, let's go ahead and talk to the mining trainer. Let's see if there's anything new I can pick up. 349, I am right on the cusp of something, aren't I?
Enemies will fall.
Yep, smelting cobalt, and eternium, and felsteel, and unlocking Grandmaster Miner. I'm one fucking point away. 1 point. And it can't, and it's not like, because everything is gray, I have to go out and mine whatever it is I'm looking for. That is some bullshit. Oh, that sucks. But anyway, let's go ahead and check the auction house really quickly. This is effectively like eBay.
Baladash Malinore.
It's sold. That's going to be mine in about 45 minutes. And I can't recall what was worth more. The Motes of Earth, 19 cents a unit, or Primal Earth at a gold a unit. So Primal Earth is better. But Mote of Fire is different. 3 gold a unit, Primal Fire. 25 gold a unit. Shit! I don't have enough for Primal Fire. I do have enough here for 3 Primal Earth, so what did I say? 2 gold a unit? 1 gold a unit. 150 a unit. 1 to 150 a unit. So here, let's just say 430. Not 430. Let's just say 430 gold, and then throw 3 on the bid. Throw that up. Let's get the fell weed out of here. So people are selling 2 gold, about 2 gold a piece. So it's about 30 gold for 15. Let's go ahead and bring that down just a little bit to say 28.99 and 25. Boom. And what is Mana Thistle? That's a new thing for me. Gold 50 a unit. So that's 4.5. Okay.
Be ready for anything.
Then we're going to go and talk to this priest trainer because I want to make sure that I'm up to date on all my priestiness. There's a priest trainer here.
A new Belore Delinar.
Aha! The Shadow Fiend. Creates a Shadowy Fiend to attack your target. Caster receives 3% mana when the Shadow Fiend attacks. Damage taken by area of effect damage. Attacks is reduced last 15 seconds. Give me that. Boom. Oh, wait. 5-minute cooldown. How dare you balance this game? How dare you even try? I do not approve. Let's go talk to the herbalism trainer. Also, I typically do this stuff when I'm not streaming. To kind of just keep the stream moving. But I figured since we're making a pit stop at Chatrath, I'm going to go and talk to a few of these people. Herbalism trainer is in here.
Blessings upon you.
Level inside level 75 at a 425. Herbalism. So my herbalism is actually ahead. I'm level 67, so I need 8 more levels. That's like another 15, 16 hours of playing time. Plus. 18, 16 hours plus of playing time. But I only need 23 more points. Jesus. 23 points takes like nothing. So my herbalism is, honestly, if anything, it's ahead. The mining, it's okay. Now let's keep going straight here. About to run into this other quest that we're just turning in. We're not picking up anything.
Winds guide you. We shall meet again.
Do I know the song named Paint It Black? I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. No, I don't. Dressed in their summer clothes. So, I mean, you're talking about Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. Came out like 1966 or something, somewhere around there in the 1960s. Was a really, really big hit song for decades and all that. No, I don't know it. Not a clue. Terracone. You know what? I'm just going to ignore that, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, my herbalism's really far ahead anyways. Ah, I forgot to... I don't even really want those. To insect like 11 stamina, 16 hit rating, easy and haste. Yeah. Yeah, adamantite. Yeah, yes, please. Yeah, see, adamantite deposit, orange on the mining. That's exactly what I want. And now I'm at a 350 mining. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. Shadow Moon Valley. It's spoopy over here. Look how spoopy it is.
Peace, friend. We shall meet again.
Strength and honor.
Gonna be a little 70. 5,000 gold. 5,000 gold. 5,000 gold. That's a lot of gold.
Go forth to victory.
That's a lot of gold.
Glory to the Sindori. Farewell.
McGraw.
Alright, so this is where we're going to be leveling for the next chunk.
Anaria Shola.
Don't worry if you can't understand the Blood Elves. They speak their own language. And... have you ever slept on a train before? No, because I don't really ride trains. We don't really do trains in the United States. You have, like, smaller, like, you know, inner city trains, like public transportation. But in terms of, like, trains to get from one city to another, not really a, like, there's no like long distance trains. So no, because we don't do trains. Have I slept on a plane before? Yes, many times.
What do you need?
Have I slept in a car before? Yes. When I'm not driving on a road trip? Yes. Have I slept on a bus before because of road trips? Oh, 100,000%. When I was on my college basketball team, like, oh, we were sleeping on that bus all the time.
Blood and
You had to.
thunder. Strength.
You had to sleep on the bus. There's no other way you were going to get... There's like no other way you're really getting sleep. Because you show up to wherever it is you're playing, and you're just dead tired.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Eat wand. How many more of these? I need a total of 10 infernal attackers killed. I'm at 6. 7. And I don't even get loot from these things, so I mean... Once one's dead, you just move on. Alright. So I just had this Tumblr post shared with me about Avatar: The Last Airbender. So let's just talk about this for a second. It's talking about Toph showing a clip here of her just absolutely demolishing people's spines, right? Can we consider how many people Toph caused internal bleeding and broken bones? Oh, honey, they are fully dead. No, but Toph was a professional earthbending wrestler with the power to feel the whole human body at once, through vibrations with enough accuracy to tell lies. She knows exactly how much pressure on the human body, knows how much pressure the human body can take before important things start breaking, or I'll go buy a hat that for the sole purpose of eating it. Oh, sure. She doesn't care, though. She's 12, and she's thriving, and she loves to murder. Aang. I have to defeat Ozai, but I don't think I can murder anyone. Toph. I can do it. I've killed like 20 people since we've met. Toph. I mean, you guys have killed a bunch of people, too. Aang. What? No, I haven't. I've never killed anyone. Toph. Twinkle Toes, you pick people up and drop them and blow them into walls. Katara hits people with water hard enough to throw them into the ground and encase them in ice. Zuko's straight up throwing fire at people. Sokka hits people with a club. When you hit people really hard, they often die. I mean, I feel it every time. Not counting the head trauma and the frostbite. That probably means they die later. Did you guys not know you were killing people? Zuko. I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up, but she's right. Toph. I know we're all doing it on purpose. Or I thought we were all doing it on purpose. Zuko. It's all in self-defense. It's not like we're going out of our way to kill people, but these things happen. Sometimes people have to die to protect everyone else. I thought you understood that already. Everyone just looks at each other. Aang. Extremely loud airbender screams. Hey, Connor. I fucking love those, like, I can't really read it, but it's like all of the people are just talking to each other. I read so many of those, but it was like of the Bat family. So many, I'm convinced that if we had a Modern Family style Bat family show with Bruce, Alfred, Dick Grayson, Jason, Tim, Damien, Cassandra, the whole Bat family, right? Throw in Barbara, throw in Stephanie Brown, Hell, throw in Carrie Kelly in there. I don't care if she doesn't fit in the timeline. Screw it. Throw them all in there and make it Modern Family style. Everyone just trying to get along. Comedy gold. But anyway, how's your night going, Connor? That was a hilarious Tumblr thread there. How was my day? Busy. I was saying at the top of the stream that I should stop saying I'm, apologizing for, hey, I'm gonna be pretty tired today. More tired than usual. Every stream I come into, I'm tired. So it's just a matter of just status quo at this point. So it is what it is. Just finding a way to squeeze in World of Warcraft with YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to play World of Warcraft, and I still want to do a third stream every week, so it's like, hey, let's just do a third stream of World of Warcraft. Still get all the other games done about the same pace, and play a little bit of World of Warcraft as well. And now we're level 67, right? 67? Yeah, 67. Handful of bars on the experience bar into level 68. And that's that purple bar right down there. Once we hit level 70, we can start flying even faster. Right now, movement's pretty slow. Am I ready for the NBA this year? Bro, I'm a Timberwolves fan. What do you think? Let's go in and trade our second best player for two guys who aren't as good. I get depth. I get that whole concept. It hurts. It hurts my soul. That trade that Karl Anthony Towns trade blindsided me. And I'm never gonna get over it. Cat has been my favorite player in the league for 10 years. And right as the Timberwolves are starting to get good, cut him. Not cut him, but trade him. Like, what the fuck? And in return, you get Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Keita Bates-Diop, Detroit's first-round draft pick, which will be good, assuming it's unprotected. I believe it is unprotected. Seem pretty good. They're currently ranked at number 4. Yeah, when are those ever correct? There's no doubt that Timberwolves are going to be good this season. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But last year, we had, like, watching all those Timberwolves games, I want to say I watched every single playoff game starting with the Denver series, because I was really, like, my life was just busy during the Phoenix series in the first round. I didn't watch every game there. I watched what I could. But I watched every game from Denver through the end of their season. And when they lost to Dallas. And whenever, like, I felt like Kat and Gobert were finally figuring things out and how they could play together. And that's part of the reason why we were able to advance so far in the playoffs. Is like Kat was solid enough on defense, was incredible on offense. Rudy Gobert, the complete opposite. A better defender, shitty offensive player, putting it modestly. Things were starting to finally look like it finally looked like they were figuring things out. Like, Kat would run pick and rolls with Rudy. That is a 14-foot pick and roll. Meanwhile, Boston Celtics are ranked number 1. Yeah, the Celtics are good. You can't lie that the Celtics are good. And they're the clear favorites. And you can't ignore Klay Thompson to the Mavericks. He still averaged 17 points off nearly 40% from 3. Like, he's still a great player. I'm hoping that Rob Dillingham progresses from Minnesota, that Randall and DiVincenzo fit in like a glove next to Anson Gobert, and McDaniels took strides. Naz Reid fills in a lot of that empty space that Cat left. You know, so between that, having all that depth, I mean, Minnesota is going to be a tough team this year. And I'm very happy that Minnesota has that point. But we seriously, last year with Cat and everything we had, we made it to the conference finals, ran out of gas because we were so tired. Because Denver took everything out of us. And then just lost to Dallas in a gentleman's sweep. I feel like if we got the conditioning, we had the mental toughness, we run it back and we're going to win. Saw a video of Jaylen Brown, and he's a beast. I saw some videos of him training, yeah, doing that underwater stuff. Yeah. And Jaylen Brown is also like an insanely smart person. And I've got a feeling everybody else who doesn't know the NBA is just like tuning this out. Jaylen Brown, for those who don't know, he's one of the star players. He just won Finals MVP with the Celtics last year. He went to UC Berkeley, and he was told that he's too smart for the NBA. That he would take honors classes for fun. He was the leader of his chess club. He is overall genius. Wanted to play in the NBA. Made it. Number 3 overall pick. He's a multi-time All-Star. And he is genuinely extremely smart. You know who else was extremely smart? JaVale McGee. Oddly enough, 4.0 honor student in high school, and many of his teammates have called him just the biggest nerd you've ever met. Biggest in terms of like physically, like the biggest person, but also like, dude is just a nerd. That's my cats. Kitty, 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 kitty. Sophie, Maisie. I thought I saw or heard one of my cats. I will say this. In the moment, actually, no, I was just as mad. I remember just being pissed about the Jimmy Butler trade. Pelicans are pretty good too. Last game I went to, there was lots of fun. They even had mascots dancing. Dude, I've always liked the Pelicans. I would never call myself a Pelicans fan, but I've always liked the Pelicans. Like, you guys got Brandon Ingram. You got Zion for about 30 games a year. Oh, you guys got CJ McCollum, that's right. And then, I can't remember if you guys still have Larry Nance or not. Larry Nance Jr. I know he was pretty solid, but he's in his 30s now, and pretty much once an NBA player turns 30, unless your name is LeBron James or like Vince Carter, you're probably out the league within the next 3 to 5 years. LeBron's the exception. Dude's 40. Or he will be 40 this season. Like, think about this. LeBron James, drafted in 2003, is still currently in the NBA. Derrick Rose, drafted in 2008. And DeMarcus Cousins, drafted in 2010. Those guys got drafted years after LeBron came into the league. Years. Proceed to play their entire All-Star careers. Derrick Rose, arguably Hall of Fame career. And they have retired. LeBron is still playing at an All-Star level. Now, I am far from the first person who will tell you that LeBron is the GOAT. Because he's not. It's always Jordan. Jordan is the GOAT. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron is the greatest all-around player of all time, and that's not a cop-out. But the fact that his longevity, 21 consecutive all-star level, minimum all-star level years, 40,000 career points. Dude is just... I mean, at this point, he's not really going for championships. He's just going for statistics. Last couple of years, he hasn't really tried for winning championships. Like, there's no way he has. And if he has, then he really is not winning another championship anytime soon. He will not win another championship if he stays with the Lakers. For football, excited to go to your first Saints game. They're playing against the Buccaneers, so it's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Buccaneers. I am not going to lie. I got the Buccaneers winning that game. I'm excited about the Vikings season. The Vikings have been unbelievable this year. I mean, those guys. I mean, Sam Darnold. Oh, captain, my captain. Dude, 4-0. Only other team that's 4-0 is the two-time repeating Kansas City Chiefs, who I'm also partial to. I used to live in Kansas City, so you can actually find young pictures of me in a Priest Holmes jersey. But it's like... So the Chiefs are my second team. Vikings always number one team for me. But if I see the Chiefs on, I'll typically tune in because I used to live there back. This is before the Alex Smith days. But this is long before their current dynasty. But to see my two teams be the top of the league, really fun. Plus, I'm a big Orlando Magic fan, so seeing the Orlando Magic and the T-Wolves start to climb around the same time, it's really cool. But oh my god, the Vikings 4-0. I'd say we got the best receiving room in the league with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Jalen Naylor. And then of course we got one of the best, not the best. I don't know who the best would be. It's definitely not Kelsey this season. I don't know if it would be Kittle. I haven't watched enough games to confirm, but TJ Hawkinson. Then we have a solid, actually a good running back in I'm blanking on his name. We just got him from the Packers. God, what's his name? Aaron Jones. Then, of course, the improbable play of Sam Darnold. Dude is making throws that Kirk Cousins could only dream of. And we had Kirk Cousins for what, 5-6 years? Never made it further than what? I don't think we ever won. Last time we had advanced in the playoffs was with oh god, that was back at technically the Bradford era, but Bradford was hurt, so we played Case Keenum, and we had Stephon Diggs, and that's when the Minneapolis Miracle happened. God, oh my god, the Minneapolis Miracle. You couldn't escape that in Minnesota. You could not escape that. Please say the Buccaneers are going to win. Us Saints fans would be devastated, especially since I'm in New Orleans. The Saints are gonna. The Saints are gonna win. That make you feel better? It's gonna be a tough game. Baker and the Bucks they've been killing it this year. Baker and the Bucks have been killing it this year. And you guys got Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas is not wanting to play for reasons, and of course you still got that jack of all trades in Taysom Hill. Seriously, what position does that dude play? I think, isn't he technically listed as a tight end, Taysom Hill? I'm not going to lie, I keep forgetting that guy's in the league. He's got like the most unique position in football. Not like position in terms of what he plays, but well, I guess it is position with what he plays, but it's like situation, like position, where it's like you don't know how to use him because he's so solid at everything, but he's not amazing at any one thing. He just fits so many different boxes well. Like, he'll never be a Pro Bowler at any one position, but he can fill in and play any position on the offensive end. Like, I'm sure that dude can be a running back, quarterback, tight end, or wide receiver. Maybe not wide receiver, but definitely tight end. Like, the IQ is just off the charts. Taysom Hill's a good player, but the guy keeps getting injured every freaking game. Yeah, that's true. That's how it feels watching Anthony Street Clothes Davis. AD always damaged. I was literally at a Timberwolves game when they were playing the Lakers. Anthony Davis got hurt twice and left the game twice. That was the one time I was able to actually watch LeBron play, and he did not play well. He only had like 12 points. And Anthony Davis, he was playing well, and then he got injured in the first quarter. Bad, like it was like an ankle rotate. He rotated his ankle or something like that. It looked pretty nasty. And then like 15 game minutes later, he comes back into the game. It's like the end of the second quarter, and then fast forward now. He's been playing since about towards the end of the second quarter. Fast forward, and now it's like the fourth quarter, and he gets hurt again, and he has to leave the game again. I've legit seen Anthony Davis in person get hurt in the same game twice. It's like, bro. Like, dude, you're done. Or how about this for injuries? Tua Tagovailoa. Like, how, like, the Dolphins just do not care about his personal safety at this point. Like, can we just acknowledge that? The Dolphins don't care. Tua, like, just retire. You're gonna die if you keep playing. The Dolphins clearly don't care. You know what? This is what the Dolphins do. You ready for this? This is the Dolphins. If only Michael Jordan could still play. Well, technically he could. He's just, 60. 65. But here is, it's a different football. But this is exactly what happens with Tua. There he is, the legend, Scott Sterling. I will say right now, this is a skit. This is fake. This is acting, but it is hilarious. Scott Sterling, this goalkeeper, is essentially what happens with Tua Tagovailoa, who's the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Here he goes, winding up for the shot, and
boom, concussion.
the cannon has fired and hit Sterling directly to the face.
We clocked that at a stunning 116 kilometers per hour.
Now that's a
Froust, your brother showed me this video back in the day.
That man's nose is not broken right now.
Oh, indeed. Now Sterling getting checked out for that one. Spectacular save, though, but sadly, he's not out of the woods yet.
On his feet now, a bit shaken.
But not stirred.
Target. On two.
And Shaw takes a moment. Here he goes with the approach.
Oh! Sterling with a fantastic dive. The ball flies straight through his hands and once again strikes him straight in the schnoz.
Let's see it again on the old instant replay. Oh, every excruciating detail captured in HD perfection.
Clocked at 129.
Scott Sterling.
Sterling does not look well.
Two wonderful saves and two definite concussions.
This is Tua.
He's done all he can.
Yes, as his trainer takes him off the field like a mustached lion dragging a gazelle through the Serengeti.
Adieu, Scott Sterling.
Adieu.
Yale now with their third PK. Richards is in the goal, bouncing like an infant girl.
The crowd holds their breath as he goes in. Here it comes. Oh!
The man, the myth, the legend.
Scott Sterling is back!
He's still in the game!
Oh my! And he's taking a very odd tactic now.
Seems to be curling up to protect his face.
Not exactly a recommended technique, but here it goes. Wait, no. Lampert needs to tie his shoe. Ho-ho! And that's why you do a double knot, kids.
Sterling still waiting for the kick to happen. He's probably wondering when. Oh! Sweet butter trumpet!
My
The ball
goodness!
drills Sterling right in the face.
That man's nose must be absolutely devastated. He's gonna look like a witch that flew her broom into her nose and then crashed into a hammer.
I hardly even care about this attempt. Let's go back to Scott Sterling!
The man!
The myth!
The
The
legend! Three perfect blocks by Sterling and his cat-like face reflexes.
Absolutely incredible. Though I must say, Sterling does not look well at all.
Well, you know football players like to add a bit of drama, don't they?
They're gonna take him out. No, wait! They brought him a chair!
Oh, a bold move by the manager! Bain sets up for the fourth attempt!
And this, frankly, is a gimme. He literally just has to kick it anywhere except where Sterling is sitting.
There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot! Oh! 158 kilometers per hour!
This man can do no wrong!
Look at him beg for mercy!
100 kilometers per hour is 60 miles per hour, by the way.
He has looked death in the eye.
Sounds like almost 100 miles an hour.
To which Death replies by punching him in the face over and over and over again.
If Yale makes this final shot, it's all over. But no! Oh, he misses, which means we're going to Scott Sterling!
His face is like a brick wall.
A brick wall that can feel pain and cries a lot.
But where's Sterling? He seems to be crawling away from the goal. What is he doing?
He's throwing away the bat! Oh! Sterling has done the impossible!
I can't believe it! Look at that! He played it just right! What incredible instincts to crawl away from the goal like that!
And his teammates rush the field, happy as a lark as they slide in.
A Bernini sculpture of a finish.
As his teammates carry him off on the stretcher of glory, we thank you for sharing this absolutely heart-stopping finish.
Yep.
Scott Sterling in his face of steel.
That's
have won
Tua
it all.
Tagovailoa for the NFL. Like, oh my gosh, let's just... Three concussions in one season.
And Tua Tagovailoa throwing off his back foot with the rush in his face there. Jalen Waddle makes the catch. Penalty flag comes
there he is.
in, and
Number
Tua
one.
Tagovailoa was roughed at the end of the release. The pass rusher came on top of him there, and Tagovailoa suffered some type of an injury on this play.
There.
Teddy Bridgewater in the game right now. Tagovailoa, oh boy, getting up. Oh my goodness, that's an awful, awful sight to see. They will take him to the sideline immediately. Oof. Okay, Tagovailoa, in fact, going up the tunnel into the locker room, and Teddy Bridgewater has come into the game.
To a rolling left.
Same season.
With the grain, and down he goes. Slung down at his own 48-yard line.
Do you see his hands?
Josh Tupu.
Look at his hands. That's not normal.
And, uh-oh. Well, we saw last week, and he went down, he got up, was wobbly. The training staff comes out.
Could this be the Dolphins' worst season? Yeah. He's a great player, but for whatever reason, the ground has it out for his head.
Head injury, concussion, past the protocol.
Like, none of these are all just freak accidents. That's the thing.
Led him to a victory.
I'm not even, I like the Dolphins. I'm not from Miami. Now we're even close. But this, like, I'll typically cheer for the Dolphins if I see them on TV. But this is just horrid.
Popular around the country, such a great, college career, obviously. And obviously the official.
And you got the stupid overlays.
Who's got a lot of time to throw. He just
Boom.
dumps it off to Durham Smythe. And Smythe with a gain of 7. A lot of time to throw. He just...
Tua's not going to be able to think in 5 years. Like, not at all. Like, his brain is kaput. But yeah, I just had to make the Scott Sterling Tua Tagovailoa connection because Tua has genuine concussion compilations on YouTube because he's gotten so many, and he's only been in the league for a handful of years. That's the worst part, is that he's only been in the league for a few years. He's a great player, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, has one of the best receiving cores with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and of course also having I think God, what's his name? Odell Beckham Jr. is down there as well, which, I mean, he hasn't been the same since he was with the Rams. You grabbed him by the neck too. Yeah. The thing is with all those concussions are freak accidents. The ground has it out for his head. Tua might need his driver's license revoked at this point. Yeah, probably. Just the ground has it out for his head. It really does. And Froust, as somebody who's in the medical field, like, I'm sure every one of those, like, I'm sure those, like, hit you harder than it does us. Because that is just like, it's just horrible. that team has to just, like, what are they doing? Hell, I need one more of these damn boars. Hope he lives longer than this, because this is sad. Tua's gonna live. He's just gonna be brain dead. I mean, I'd almost rather have Sean Livingston's one and done knee injury where he almost loses his leg. And I will not be pulling that video up. Nope. If you want to look it up on your own, you can. Sean Livingston, ShaunLivingston. His knee injury that he suffered in like 2004. Maybe it might have been 2007. That, I can't watch that. It makes me sick to my stomach. Let's just say his leg explodes on the basketball court. He tears his ACL, PCL, MCL, ruptures his patellar tendon. Like, he basically gets the trifecta and then some. His leg is basically dangling. And then he's told that he's never going to be able to walk again. His leg will likely be amputated. This dude eventually came back, not only was able to walk, keeping his leg, was able to train, get back to NBA shape, became the longtime backup point guard for the Golden State Warriors during their time running for championships. And he won multiple championships as the backup point guard for this Golden State Warriors. So that comeback itself was insane. But I would almost rather just have that one injury than having Tua's like 7 concussions in 3 years. Or however many he's had. Because, yeah. I mean, could feel the crunch, likelihood of him getting dementia going up with each hit. Exactly. Like, dude, just retire and live what life you have left. Cut your losses. It's clear the Dolphins are just trying to, you know, keep you on that field as much as possible. And you're just keep getting hurt. Take a season off. Like, talk to them and see if there's a way you can take a season off. Still train. You know, keep your skills up. But then, like, take your time on coming back and give your head a rest. Build up new habits. Try to be stronger. Improve the strength of your neck. You know, do a lot of PT. Like, that's what I would do. Talk to the Dolphins about that. Because he is going to suffer. Anyways, what's the next superhero movie that's scheduled to come out? Kind of changing subjects here. Is it Venom? I think it's Venom. Because how do we all feel about Null? God of the Symbiotes coming in. Because who's playing Null? Have they revealed who's playing Null? I also don't want to look it up. It'd be really cool if it was like Henry Cavill. It won't be him, but that'd be really cool. I think Henry Cavill could actually make a phenomenal Null. I'm still banking on the whole, like, Venom 3, you're going to have Null come into play, and then maybe using Null as, like, a villain in Spider-Man 4 to pair with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I still think that would be a really cool way to give Null, like, a proper, like, Avengers-level villainhood while still making room for Doctor Doom in this whole arc, bringing in Tom Hardy's Venom while teaming up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like, I feel like that whole bit could actually be done very, very well. I feel like that's the way you'd want to go about it, personally. Yet again, Spider-Man 4 is not coming out till like 2026, so it's going to be a while before we can figure that out, because there's still 3 full months left of 2024, and then the full year of 2025, plus however long it'll take before that movie comes out in 2026 will probably be... Because 2026 is Avengers Doomsday. That'll likely come out in May. And then Spider-Man would probably come out probably around this time in 2 years. So we're likely waiting about 2 years before we get Spider-Man 4. Like a full 2 years. Not like a technical 2 years, but like a full 2 years. Aqua. Joker Filiodo is coming out on Friday. Oh, Joker's coming out. I've heard mixed reviews so far of people who saw the screenings. And I'll be honest, I've always been kind of hesitant on this one. Because it's like, it's a musical. And I don't think this movie was ever meant to have a sequel. So how well is the story actually going to progress? I've kind of felt like you're kind of forcing Harley Quinn to be in it. So this entire time that they've been like announced the Joker sequel with Joaquin Phoenix, I've always been like, how good is this movie going to be, really? Because I'm unsure. Who knows? It could be just as good as the original. I don't think it will. You kind of 50-50 on it. Yeah. Maybe go see it. I might go see it this weekend. We'll see. I remember seeing the first Joker movie back in college with a buddy of mine. I actually went to go see it with Silver, for anybody here who recalls Silver in chat, in streaming chats. Silver and I went to go see it, the first Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, back in like 2019. I remember we went to go see it, and then we went to go to Pizza Ranch right afterwards. And we're like, just talking about it, like, okay, it's like, because we're trying to like not like say who's better, him or Heath Ledger, because it was just so different. But we were just comparing the apples to oranges, like, oh yeah, but this one was like so interesting the way they did this compared to like Hamill and Nicholson and Ledger and them. And and then this was so cool that how they did this. Oh yeah. And we're just like talking and like comparing. Like, it's like, ooh, this was so cool. Yeah. This doesn't fit. This stuff that I'm kind of pointing to on the screen. It looks goofy. Anyway, I just need page 2 here. What's up, Doc? What's with the Bugs Bunny reference? Am I forgetting something about Am I forgetting something? Am I missing out? Am I missing something? I feel like I might be forgetting something here.
That's still recharging.
It's been a while since I've consistently used bandages. I'm only losing a little bit of... Oh, Michael Jordan was so good in Space Jam. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Was he, though? I think he did okay because the acting meant... Like, he didn't have to act well. Jordan's not a good actor. For a basketball player, you think he did pretty good. As an actor... There's a few lines that don't come off the greatest. What's funny though is Jordan, like one of the reasons he wanted to bring in like all those other NBA players is because they would play pickup in between scenes. So Jordan would do like a full day of shooting for Space Jam while he's in season for the NBA, by the way, and then would play all of those NBA co-stars just to learn more of how to beat them. That's it. Just trying to know other ways to beat them. That's it. It's like, dude, he never took a break, even during Space Jam. Michael Jordan is a competitive psychopath. Come on, I want stupid. Page 2. Thank you. We out of here. Oh, we still have the ever burning ash to pick up, which is a pretty simple quest. Just a heads up, I'm not ending the stream anytime soon, but tonight will probably end a little sooner than usual. I have to get up extra early tomorrow. And so I want to make sure I get enough sleep tonight. So just a heads up that tonight's stream might not go a full 4 hours. Just wanted to get that little PSA out there. Where's that? Where's another one of those stupid ever-burning ashes? Fun fact: LeBron James and Michael Jordan both are number 23 Bulls Lakers. Yeah, I've never actually liked that LeBron wore 23. I understand he wears it because of Jordan, but now other than like 6, which LeBron wears number 6 now. Like, I feel like LeBron, like, wearing 6 makes more sense just because 6 actually feels like his number. Like, iconic players have numbers that are iconic because of them. Lakers retire 32 for Magic Johnson. The, Bulls retire 23 for Michael Jordan. Also, fun fact, the Miami Heat retired 23 because of Jordan as well, even though Jordan never played for Miami. You have the Celtics retiring number 6. Actually, the league retired number 6. LeBron is like the only player allowed to wear it because he's like grandfathered into it. And yeah. Have you heard people jump the gates to get a free train ride? Yes. I live in the United States. That's like how you get anything for free, is you just steal it. How dare you have a life outside the internet? How dare I? How dare I? Yeah, because you guys... You know what? I'm actually going to come out and say this. Big reveal. Ready? Here's my big reveal. You ready? Every other aspect of my life, I sit in this chair at the desk like this. Just waiting for 7 o'clock on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's it. That's all I do. I don't actually have a full-time job. I don't actually have a family. This isn't even a room. I just sit here waiting for stream to start. That's it. That's all I do. I don't even eat. It's all just a facade. Where the fuck are these things? Oliver is AI confirmed. Yes, Oliver is AI. And yeah. Yeah, Oliver is like really upset. My folks are planning to go on a trip here pretty soon. And they broke out the luggage. I'm staying here. I'm staying here for a little while longer. And Oliver, whenever he sees the luggage, he just gets real sad. real fast. But he doesn't. But he knows that we don't like to see him sad, so he tries to hide being sad. But he's not very good at it. So one of the ways he hides being sad is that normally Oliver is a mama's boy. He loves his mama. And so with that, Oliver will go and he spends every waking moment with mom. Unless mom's asleep, and he'll usually come down and spend time with dad. And for me, he doesn't really hang out with me too often. But today, I come home and there's Oliver waiting for me at the door, following me downstairs and wanting to spend time with me. Why? Because mom and dad broke out the suitcases, started packing, and he knows exactly what it means. Am I the only one who thinks Miami is super overrated? I think it's just kind of a boring city with nothing much there. Never been to Miami. I've been to Orlando many times. Miami, never been there. I will be there relatively soon for the first time. But no, I've never been to Miami. But I mean, I've heard it's not the most to do down there, but I mean, if you're from somewhere that has a lot of, you know, beaches and a lot of, you know, areas that Miami also offers, then naturally it's going to be overrated because it's like, why go to Miami? I have this stuff at home. I live in Minnesota. We don't have surfing in Minnesota. I guess you could find somebody who might find surfing like on Lake Superior, but not really. So you'd have to go out to the coast, and they might like Miami. Poor Oliver, he could fit in a carry-on. Oh, trust me, we go through that. We go through that, you know, thought process every single time. It's just not safe. And Oliver is far from possibly being a service dog. That dog is a service dog. Have you seen the Oliver Makes a Suggestion short, everyone? Like, do I still have it just as a random video? Pull it up on YouTube. Oliver is not making it as a service dog either. Not in 100 years. Just don't think Miami is all that. I mean, to each their own. I don't think Minneapolis is all that. I don't think the Mall of America is all that. People come here all the time for that. I don't know why, but they do. I'm just trying to record Avid. Yeah, Oliver. Not anytime soon. There we go. Not anytime soon will Oliver be considered a service dog. Trivia. Is that the question you want to do? This was in August when I was making... I need an answer and some multiple choice, buddy. So this video was done in August when I was making Avatar Trivia for September. And I was just holding Oliver, and he just started like growling for a little while. And there's a solid like 2 other minutes of footage that I didn't put in here because I just didn't think it. I think this cutting it like the way I did it made it the most funny. But he was doing this for like a solid minute and a half before this, and he did it for like another minute after this, after the video's over. So he did this for a while. And he was opinionated.
I need an answer and some multiple choice, buddy.
He was just opinionated.
That's interesting. Wasn't it Suki? Oh. You're right.
Then it kind of loops. Ah, there's a forge. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, poor Oliver. He was having himself a day. Tough day. All right, sell that. Sell that. Hold on to that to sell on the auction house. I don't think that actually goes for much, but I'll hold on to it just in case it does. Oliver's having a rough day. Give me a second here. Oliver's having a rough day, you say? I know on the condenser microphone that would pick up pretty clear, but with this new dynamic one, I don't know if it will. Just that. What's my favorite football and basketball team? Football, Minnesota Vikings. Basketball, Minnesota Timberwolves. My favorite teams that aren't in Minnesota, Kansas City Chiefs for football, and the Orlando Magic for basketball. Though I am partial to my college, Southwest Minnesota State University, because I got something pretty cool that I want to share with you. Not my display capture. Get that way. Go away. Watch this. Ready? Not that. This. This is my jersey that I wore in games. How do you know it's mine? Because it says my name on it. They didn't bother, straightening it out. My name's a little bit, the name and the number are a little bit off. This is the first time my college, I think, ever dabbled with named jerseys. But it's mine. This is my jersey that's from my college. My actual game-worn jersey. So, I mean, I'm partial to my college. So, I mean, yeah. I want to get this framed and hung up, but the frames are expensive. In the hundreds. I've acquired friend. I'm also partial to my high school because, well, I had a pretty damn good senior season, or pretty damn good end to my senior season. You keep grabbing my shirt, Sophie. What do you think? You want to say hi to the people? Sophie. 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 Look up here. What's that? Look it up there. Sophie. What's this? Kitty, 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 kitty. She doesn't care. You don't care, do you? She's getting that I hate everything look in her eye. You want to say hi? Nope. She doesn't want to say hi. You good kitty cat? You want to go? I bet she wants to go to bed. I'll be perfectly honest. You want to go to bed, don't you? You all right? Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. All right. I'll set you back on the bed. We'll go for a little bit longer. It's 10:20. Sophie's not interested in the mundane things of humans. No, she is not. Sophie is interested in sleeping. She likes to sleep. Actually, she's right underneath my legs right now. She's rubbing her tail all across my legs. Hi, Sophie. Now that I give you the slightest amount of attention, you're begging for more, but you don't want to be held. What sucks about sports to me is that some teams aren't that good anymore, and some are just mid. Then there's others that are better than they were. Yeah. Just what happens with teams. New eras, new rules, right front office, you know, players getting better. That is a damn big mailbox.
The eternal sun guides us. We will have justice.
Oh, we will have justice.
What is it? Victory for Sylvanas. Dark Lady
Go home. Be safe. Strength.
I mean, look at the T-Wolves. I mean, the T-Wolves, they've sucked since '89 other than a couple of, you know, hopeful seasons. They've sucked. They missed the playoffs for... I mean, I would say 2018 should never have counted, so that means they would have missed the playoffs from every year. 05 was the first year they would have missed the playoffs after 04, where they did really, really well. All the way up to, like, 2021. That would be a 17-year distance. It was really only 14 years because 2018 happened, and we barely snuck into the playoffs. But, yeah, it's just... no bueno. So we're going to go out and find the deserter. I saw something kind of down there. He is. Found him. I feel like Oklahoma could use a football team. I mean, they could. I mean, of course, they got the University of Oklahoma. Though they're always, that, Sooner Nation or whatever they call themselves, Boomer Sooner. I mean, they're always, like, really big. So, I mean, that makes sense. I've always thought that Missouri could use an NBA team. Like, a Kansas City or St. Louis team. I always felt like that was weird that Missouri never had one. The last time they had one was the Kansas City Royals, which became the Sacramento Kings. And then you have, of course, the Seattle Supersonics, which I think it's been stated that it's not a matter of if, but more of a matter of when the Supersonics come back. So, there is that. Shadow Moon Zealots. Donde está Zealot? Oh. I can see the ghost world of Shadow Moon Valley. Oh god, there's a character in here named Salad Fingers. Who here is old enough to remember Salad Fingers? Show of hands. Who here knows who Salad Fingers is? Or what about Iowa? Iowa doesn't deserve to exist. Iowa can go die in a hole. The only thing Iowa is good for is taking all of that shitty land and area and keeping it from Missouri, Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Illinois, and Wisconsin. It's the only thing Iowa's good for. The only other state the only other state I'd even consider being worse is North Dakota. And North Dakota, by terms of like being a state, the only thing it's good at is oil. So North Dakota at least has that going for it. But if I had to choose to live in either one, I would choose death. It's kind of like that whole, if I was in a room with a certain, Germanic leader of the 1940s and, Satan and Iowa, and I only had a gun with 2 bullets, I'm shooting Iowa twice. Kind of taking that office quote. Yeah. Iowa doesn't deserve to live. You can tell Poseidon I said that too. Poseidon lives in Iowa. And Frost, you can tell your brother that too. Damn, I didn't mean for this to get that dark, bro. That's what happens when we talk about Iowa. The air quality instantly goes down the second you go into Iowa. Iowa has one great export. It's called the interstate. The interstate goes hard in Iowa. Because all you're trying to do is just get out. And the worst part is, the people who are from Iowa will defend it like there's no tomorrow. And they'll say it's the best state out there. That no other state has anything on top of Iowa. There's one good town in Iowa. And I'll look it up for you here. If I had a nickel for every single time Kevin talked bad how she hates Iowa industry, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice, right? There is no escape. Yeah, here. This is the only city I will acknowledge in Iowa. only city slash town. It is Pella. It is a Dutch community. I have a childhood friend whose family is Dutch and comes like heavily Dutch. And I got to visit some of their family out in Pella, Iowa. It is gorgeous. This is the only time you'll hear me talking good about Iowa. It's only about this town. That's it. It is beautiful. They have this massive windmill. They have all of these beautiful flowers, all of these really interesting shops. It is, as it's put, a touch of Holland. It is beautiful. Just look at that. That's Pella. It's the only place I'll ever acknowledge as being actually good in Iowa. And I loved visiting Pella. As it said here, the most Dutch city in America. Now, I haven't been there in many years because the downside is to get there, you have to get through parts of Iowa. But, yeah. I mean, if you were to look at a map of the U.S. Oh, hi, Parker. How's your night going? Here is the only good thing about Iowa. So Iowa is kind of like Leavenworth, Washington. Leavenworth is a Germanic town. I've heard of Leavenworth. I've only ever been. They misplaced Washington and Oregon. A touch of Holland. Yes. I've only this map mislabeled Washington and Oregon, so just ignore that. Actually, I think they flat out got the actual positioning of the states wrong. No, that's the shape of Washington. We'll just use this map. So Washington, I've only ever been to Seattle out in Washington, and okay, I did go south into where Mount St. Helens is, which is kind of down here. But Iowa, here's the one thing I do like about Iowa that isn't Pella. This whole area that is absolute dog shit is kept all within Iowa. So Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska, and South Dakota do not have to share it. And all of that shit can just be kept right in there. I actually have a photo. Do I still have it on my phone? I don't know if I still have it officially on my phone. Let's see if I do. I hope I do. It's a funny picture. Do I still have it? I might not have it anymore. Maisie's yelling at me. What? Come here, fat girl. I don't have the picture anymore. She read a whole article explaining to us why Iowa is such dog shit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm here to talk to you why Iowa is absolute shit. Yeah, the picture I was going to show you, we were flying from, I forget from where. You're fine. We were flying, I think we were flying from Missouri. Like we were flying from Minneapolis to Missouri, or we were flying back to Minneapolis from Orlando. We had a layover in like St. Louis or Kansas City or something. I think it was Kansas City. So what happens is, damn, Maisie, is what you would do is you'd get off from Kansas City, which is right here, Missouri, and you would fly through Iowa and land in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Right? That's the logical thing to do. This pilot went like this. Follow my cursor. Avoided Iowa. You can see the trail on the map on the plane showing you exactly where we flew. We avoided Iowa. There's a tiny sliver where we cut through just a little bit of Iowa, but we avoided Iowa. We flew from Missouri into Nebraska, South Dakota, into Minneapolis in Minnesota. Our pilot went out of his way to avoid Iowa. Avoid the airspace of Iowa. On a serious note, might have been a storm or something. I don't know. It was never relayed over the intercom. So I just believe that the pilot just wanted to save us all from having to fly in Iowa airspace and even have to put Iowan air into the air filters of the plane. Nope. We're gonna fly around it. In my Jedi Survivor streams, how frustrated did I get in Lost Fights? Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed in Jedi Survivor. Especially at that last fight with, oh god, what's his nuts? Not the final fight of the game. It's like that mid fight where you face off against the evil Sith. The Sith who, like, from the High Republic. That dude. Dagan Gera, I think his name is. Dagan Gera. That fight, that one pissed me off. The final fight, not as much. That one didn't really piss me off as much. I knew that one was going to be tough. I knew that one was going to take a few attempts. I was prepared for that. I'm like, it is what it is. You know, taking it one step at a time. I got close a few times, and of course that got frustrating, but I didn't feel like I ever got super angry. Oh, but on Dagan, oh my god, I felt like I couldn't even beat Dagan. That's why I said, okay, I'm going to give 5 attempts, and then on the 5th attempt, I would just lower the difficulty all the way and just try to move on. So if I had a girlfriend from Iowa, would I have to break up with her? Bold of you to assume I'd even talk to somebody from Iowa that I'm not already related to. I'll tell you this, if she happens to be from Iowa, she's gonna be perfect, because at the end of the day, you can't pick where you're born. You just can't. But you can always choose to live somewhere better. So if she's from, if then she is from Iowa, hypothetically speaking, it's like, all right, well, don't have to live in Iowa. We don't have to move back to Minnesota. Minnesota's not the best state in the country. There is no such thing as the best state in the country. We just know that the worst state is Iowa. We can move out somewhere that, you know, actually has civilization, that, you know, are people, and not, you know, stalks of corn. And I lived with Iowans. I lived with 3 Iowans and no Minnesotans in Minnesota. I went to college out in southwest Minnesota, so that's out by South Dakota. And I had 2 of my roommates were my teammates, both of which were from Iowa. And then I had a 3rd roommate who was never admittedly there very often, but when he was there with his girlfriend, both of which from Iowa. And it was just Iowa on Iowa on Iowa. And I was outnumbered. So, you know, you just pick your battles. And whenever I was around my other teammates who were from Minnesota, I was able to kind of give them some crap. But the downside is all of my coaches were from Iowa except for one, and he was the lowest on the totem pole assistant coach at the time. So, yeah. I couldn't really talk about Iowa too often. Also, in the Jedi Survivor streams were when so many enemies attacked me. When it was that frustrating? No, it was more frustrating when I'd go through waves of enemies and the waves would never stop or never seem to stop. That's what frustrated me. How do I tag these? Researchers tourists at Shadowmoon Village, Shadowmoon Valley wants you to travel to a lava flow near the ruins of Ba'ari and use the Acarno control unit to control Acarno Scorp. Okay, so I'm not even doing this right. Oh, I'm not even doing that right quest. Okay. Disguise yourself as an innocuous object in order to infiltrate the Legion hold. While hunkered underneath the box, you would not be able to move. Stay near Legion communication device at the Legion hold. So to date somebody even if they were smoked and were from Flint, Michigan. Smoking cigarettes is instantly a turnoff for me. Weed, I hate the smell. That's all. That's it with weed with me. I despise the smell with a fiery passion. I hate the smell of weed. It makes me gag. And then cigarettes. Yeah, cigarettes are off the table. There is no benefit to smoking cigarettes of any way, shape, or form. Vaping, I'm a bit more open to. But weed, I don't care if you consume it, like by edibles or shit like that. I've had edibles before. But I cannot stand the smell of weed. Can't stand it. In Flint, Michigan, I don't. Michigan's Michigan. Michigan's fine. Flint's just a shithole. And Flint's just a shithole because of its circumstances. Like, if someone says they're from Flint, Michigan, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. But if it's like, oh, someone's from Iowa, it's like, oh. You picked Flint, Michigan because it has the highest smoking rate compared to small cities. Okay, like, if it's weed, like I said, I don't care. I just hate the smell. Just don't do it around me. Which, naturally, if I'm dating somebody, they're naturally going to be doing it around me because we'd be spending a lot of time with each other. No, yeah. The reason why people jump the gates to get a free train, they don't want to pay. Yeah. Are you telling me that? I'm very well aware of why people jump the gates. Also, it just got a notification that the Carl Anthony Towns trade is now official. And it hurts. I'm not over that trade. I don't think I ever will be. I've been to Pittsburgh? No. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been over on Philly side, and I've been to Scranton. I've been to Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I've been to Philly. I was in Scranton like 10 years ago. And I've been to Philly when I was about 20. And I loved Philly. I'd love to go back to Philly. Like, Philly cheesesteaks are my absolute favorite food. And then I went to Philly and had authentic ones. And, oh, so fucking good. I love Phillies. They're so good. So, I mean, Pittsburgh? No, I've not been to Pittsburgh. It's not from lack of... It's not like I don't like Pittsburgh. I've just never been there. They do it in Australia, too. I mean, they do it everywhere, Nick. I'm telling you that right now. They do it everywhere. That's what I need. I tried doing this earlier, and it wouldn't work. Hi, Sophie. Do I know why it's called Scranton? I do not. I do not know why it's called Scranton. I've been there, though. Just for a night, though. The reason I went into Scranton is I was on a vacation with my dad. It was just me and him. And we'd flown into New York City. Or we flew into Buffalo, New York, which is on the west side of the state. And then we drove through the state of New York to New York City. I don't know why we flew into Buffalo. I think we did the math and it would have been cheaper to fly into Buffalo, drive across the state with a rental car, and then get to New York City than it would be just to fly into New York City. Like, it was weirdly cheaper to do it through... Oh, no. I think it was cheaper to do it the way we did it because we also wanted to do, like, Niagara Falls. And Niagara Falls is closer to Buffalo, New York. So you end up driving back from New York City back towards Buffalo, hop over to Canada. We went to Canada side for Niagara Falls. Yeah. It's a little weird. The name's just goofy. Yeah. And it's just because of The Office. That's the reason people know of the town. And so, yeah, we were just going up around, and we also made a couple stops. We went to Massachusetts, which is where the Basketball Hall of Fame is. So we got to go to the Hall of Fame. That was really cool, walking around there. and like that was just awesome. And then so we did New York City for like 2 days. We did the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then we did Niagara Falls.
Blood and thunder.
And we were out there for, I don't know, 5-6 days, probably. And while we were, I think it was on our way out of Massachusetts from the Basketball Hall of Fame, we went up to, heading up towards Canada. We stopped at, we stopped in Scranton. I think that's what ended up happening. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hearth back to Shatrath. Almost level 68, but I need to start ending the stream here just because it is just getting a little bit late. And I am going to need to go to bed here pretty soon. So we're going to stay on for just a little bit longer. I'm just going to do a couple things here to kind of wrap up the night. Boom. That's upgrading the mining right there. So now mining, instead of 375, is up to a 450 we can get up to. And then we can smelt Eternium. We can smelt Fel Steel and smelt Cobalt. Do you think Idaho's a good state? Yes, Idaho's fine. Idaho is fine. Especially for the potatoes, man. Wait, I actually wanted to go back up and smelt some more.
Time is money, friend.
But yeah, Idaho's fine. I know the Eternium ore doesn't do anything. Wait, Fel Steel? Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Fel Steel might be worth it. It might be worth it. Wait, do I need... Oh, I need the bars anyway, so let's just go and make a Fel Iron bar. Perfect. So now we have... What? Where's the Fel Iron bar? There are 7 Fel Iron bars. We have 21 adamantite bars. I keep wanting to say adamantium. We've got a decent amount of stuff. Eternium bar. What does Eternium go for? 4 gold a pop. Right, the US states I've been to. Oh, I have 10 seconds to go. I can't rank them. Not in 10 seconds. So I had to think about like naming all the states I've been to. And by been to, I would say, like, have spent the night in that state. Or at least, like, had a noteworthy activity in that state. Like Massachusetts. The only time I've ever been to Massachusetts is about 8 gold a pop. Okay. Oh, we're taking the Eternium off the auction house.
Shirelaron, we will persevere.
That's a lot of gold. How's adamantite going for a pop? 9 gold a pop. So a full stack of these guys would go for 210 gold. Let's do it. And where's that primal earth that I have from earlier? Did I already post it? I already posted it. Okay. I think German Glory. I have 16 of which. About a gold apiece. I'll just put it up for 15. And 13. Oh, I have a Primal Earth in here still. I was selling that for about just about a gold a pop. Gold 50. I think we'll... Oh, another weave cloth. This stuff sells pretty good. Uh, 14 gold a stack. So 14 would be like 11 gold and 9.
We will have justice.
So I don't think I can genuinely name my top 10, the top 10 states I've been to. If I had to, let's just see here. Let's go ahead and just exit for right now. I would say, if I had to just say 10, my top 10 states in no particular order, I would do this: Minnesota, South Dakota, Washington State, God, Colorado. I've been to Colorado. It's beautiful. New York, I guess. Florida. Pennsylvania. Texas. I've been to Texas. It's kind of coming down to, it's between Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska. Because I've been in all of these states for one reason or another. It's sure as hell not going to be in Iowa. Sure as hell not going to be North Dakota. I really don't think Missouri's up there. Although I did really like St. Louis. I'll put Missouri in there, but only as number 10, as a sturdy number 10. And for 9, I'll give it to Illinois. Just as, I guess, an honorable mention. I used to live in Missouri, and I didn't love Missouri. So, I mean, there's that. So, if I had to say 10 states, there's 10 states. But I haven't, like, other than those, the only other ones I've even been to beyond those are Iowa, North Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. And like that's it. I've only truly been and like truly like experienced 14 states to some degree. Now that being said, I have driven through Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. Like, I've driven through them. I have done a road trip from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Orlando, Florida, where I drove south into Iowa, into Illinois, or south into Iowa, then into Missouri, out from St. Louis into Illinois, down through Kentucky and Tennessee, and then I went all kind of like this way through Tennessee, down into Georgia, through Atlanta, down Valdosta, into Orlando. I've done that drive. So I have driven through Kentucky. I've driven through Tennessee. So I've technically been in a lot more states, but I didn't experience Kentucky. I didn't experience Tennessee. I'd never experienced Georgia. I have been to Washington, D.C. as well. So there's that. There's that too, which is technically in, I can't remember if it's Virginia or Maryland. But also to all of you folk who are not from the United States and you want to do a United States like tour, this place is big. I've heard a lot of folks like, oh, we're going to fly into New York, we're going to fly into LA, and what we're going to do is we're going to drive, see the Grand Canyon in Arizona. After we, spend some time in LA, we're going to, do Disneyland and go to see, Warner Brothers Studios, go surfing down at Long Beach. We're then going to go into Arizona and do the Grand Canyon. We're going to go up into Nevada and do, Vegas. We're going to go across the Rocky Mountains, go into Colorado, do some skiing. We're going to, then drive over up into Minneapolis and go to technically Bloomington and do the Mall of America. We're then going to go down through the Arch of Missouri, the Gateway Arch, and drive all the way down into Louisiana and to, do Mardi Gras. And I'm sitting here like, how much time have you set aside for this? And they're like, a week. I'm like, oh, you're going to spend a week driving and you're not going to make it to all these places, even if you only stop for an hour. Are there any states that I've never even driven through? Yeah, I've never even, states I've never touched. Oklahoma. I've never been in Montana or Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, California, Oregon, Arizona, New Mexico, Louisiana. I've never been in Louisiana. Mississippi, Alabama, Indiana, Ohio, West and Normal Virginia, North or South Carolina. Actually, no, I might have been. I think I have been in Virginia and Maryland because I did go to Washington, D.C. So I have been in Washington, D.C. So by extension, I believe I have been in Maryland and Virginia. So scratch those. Jersey, I've been in Jersey. I've never been to Delaware. I have not been to Connecticut, Rhode Island. I have been in Massachusetts. I never stayed the night, but I was there. Then I've never been to Vermont, New Hampshire, or Maine. I still love the idea of somebody took the United States map, all right, starting over here. Yeah, we got plenty of space here to fit 50 of these states in here. Yep. Oh, well, we should probably start making them a little bit smaller. Okay, yeah, we're definitely making them a little bit smaller from here on out. Oh shit, we have to fit 10 more states in here. Yeah. Yeah. Also, your regular reminder that Wisconsin's too drunk to take the UP from Michigan. Just a friendly reminder. I say we introduce what's called Mega Soda, which is just this. Basically, we take all of this from Washington, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota. I vote against North Dakota, by the way. Then we have all Minnesota, then we take the UP. Anyway, That's enough geography jokes. I am exhausted. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to cut the stream short a little bit today. We have about 3.5 hours instead of 4.5, 5. We're only going to go about 3.5 today. I need to get to bed because your boy, like I said, is getting up early tomorrow, and I have a full day of work. So, yeah. You all have a great night. Avatar Trivia was just uploaded yesterday. And, oh God, I look so pale. That's just the light from the screen. Here, I'll just turn off one of the screens. Boop. There we go. Look at that. It's not great, but... yeah. Avatar Trivia was uploaded, so check out the Avatar Trivia videos if you haven't already for October. Shorts will come out every day as well. And, yeah, I got a couple ideas for videos. Just a matter of finding the time to do them. So, everyone have a great night. I will see you on Friday unless something else happens. So, plan to stream on Friday. Let you know if anything changes. Have a good night, everybody. Or great rest of your day, whatever it happens to be.